and YouTube sees this. Check, check, 1, 2. So, how's it going? There's a lot of stuff going on today. There's actually even a Clubhouse going on later today under the Guru Nation umbrella with Marjorie from Topaz Clinical Research at 5 Pacific time. Keeping it real in clinical research is what she calls it. So, I'll be on there in about 20 minutes. I'm going on live with Darshan on his channel. So make sure you guys follow Darshan on LinkedIn so you could watch there. I'm going to just be shifting over to his channel at that point. But I wanted to make sure that I can get some time in right now to answer questions. And actually got a good one. Got a couple of good stuff. So just say yes in clinical research. What do I mean by this? Well, too many people say no. And there does come a point in time where no is an appropriate response. But that's only when you have so many opportunities coming your way that you don't know what to do with them anymore. Or the ROI is just not there, or the opportunity cost is not there, meaning I've been good, meaning that you can be better off doing something else in that same, given that same activity and amount of time it's going to take. When you're starting out, guess what? You don't have that luxury and you're just learning something new. So this is why I'm saying just say yes. Now, if you're somebody who's experienced in the space, you could be more selective. But if you want more outcomes, positive outcomes for yourself, or maybe you're trying to level up and do something slightly different. So maybe you are a coordinator that wants to be a CRA, or maybe even slightly more ambitious. You're a coordinator that wants to become a site owner, which I actually have. I got a question today about that as well. So I got a lot of questions today I can get through. The Eli Lilly drug combo is very much in talks these days. Your views on that? I don't know enough about it, honestly. We write articles for Latinos in Clinical Research under written articles, but I don't know. We didn't write one on that. So I basically learn current events through Latinos in Clinical Research, through our own brand. So somebody says, I did observe that as a startup manager, my role overlaps a lot with the study manager. Right. So I have learned to say yes and not draw dark lines between what they do and what I do. Yeah, generally saying yes is gonna work for you. It's hard to think of a situation where saying yes is a negative, because even if nothing comes out of it, unless you forego another opportunity by saying yes to that one, that's like the only way I can think of that saying yes actually negatively impacts you. But even if you say yes, assuming that you have no other alternative, right? So you're not saying yes and then you forego another opportunity that you said no to. Uh, there's Even if that opportunity doesn't pan out, because there was no other alternative, you gained experience, right? So there's something to be said for gaining experience here, and I think Vartika, I appreciate the comment because that's exactly right. That's exactly right. So I did observe that as a startup manager, my role overlaps with the study manager, of course. Startup is very important. Startup is very costly, time consuming. Uh, Startup is very, sorry about that. I got a phone call on Instagram. Startups very time consuming. What is the key skill according to you in order to get hired as a clinical data manager? For that, it's experience. It's experience either in clinical research, or if you can transfer that skill from another industry or a closely related industry where you're dealing with data. Um, that is also good experience that they want. So really, they just want experience. It's no different than CRC, CRA. You have to apply to a button. Like if you're starting out, you just have to say yes. Basically say yes to everything. Katsia, we had a great conversation. Katsia is always on Clubhouse. Hopefully you're on Clubhouse tonight, Katsia. We're having a Guru Nation Clubhouse at 5 o'clock with Marjorie from Topaz Clinical Research. Katsia says, said no to 3 opportunities so that I could say yes to you guys. Feeling very blessed. Well, now, Katsia, we got all the pressure. Now, Katsia, we got all the pressure coming on ourselves, and somebody's blowing up my cell phone. So the Instagram keeps pausing. I should put do not disturb. Sorry, Instagram. Yeah, Katsia, now we have a lot of pressure. Now we got to make sure. But I think we're in the right situation with you and kind of what we discussed. And I am also looking forward to learning as much as possible and helping you do that too. Uh, Miranda says, what's your thoughts on having a bachelor's degree versus associate's degree for CRA role? So for CRA role, if it's clinical research associate that you are talking about, 99% of cases require a bachelor's. And so, unfortunately, the associates, unless, maybe in the future, like they'll accept coordinators with 20 years of experience or 15 years of experience on their resume like they did in the past. But as of right now, that's not the case. So, if you have an associate's degree, I'm not going to say that you can never be a CRA, but I would say your best bet is going to be coordinator. Or, I mean, just look at the job boards. You'll see bachelor's is required for a lot of things. Coordinator is a lot more flexible, even for many coordinator positions. Bachelor's is required, but you can find sites where really they want practical skills as opposed to degree. I'm one of those people. I want practical skills. Like, I think medical assistants make really good coordinators if you invest the time to train them. Greetings from Brazil. A big fan of yours. Thank you so much, Renan. I appreciate it. I was supposed to go to Brazil last year, and then you know how that turned out. We were making plans to go to Brazil in like January and February of last year, and that didn't work out, as history has shown us. So, yeah, good. So get on the Clubhouse today at 5. Yeah, Guru Nation, we're getting to the point where it's going to be a Clubhouse every day. Okay, how do I get the first experience in the CRA field if I work as a physician? I still think you have to, like, not have to, but you're best served to start at a site level as a coordinator. Physicians, especially foreign trained physicians, make really, really good coordinators. I mean, you're talking, Roman, I know you're on Facebook. You need to talk to Katsia on LinkedIn because he's in the exact same situation. And he happens to be local, so it worked out for him, but you can make it work out for you local to you. And I think getting on Clubhouse is a first step. I think commenting on Facebook is a good first step. I think the next step would be to get on LinkedIn as well and comment there. Is City the only GCP certification? I think that's the one we use. To be honest with you, I don't even know. They're all the same. There are free ones. So if that's the free one, then yes, that's the one I use. We would never pay for a GCP certification when there's free options. Because they're all the same. GCP is GCP. So that's, Roman, my answer to you. If physicians, really foreign trained physicians, IMG, international medical graduates, are really good at coordinator roles or even sub-investigator roles, like in the case of Katsia. We're going to have him be a psychometric rater. This is what I'm telling you guys. Like, look at sites near you. Fernando says, in my experience, during the first 3 years in clinical research, you have to say yes to everything and learn the most you can. Eventually, you'll become a generalist, even if you don't want to, but you gain experience. That's gold, degree or not. Thank you, Fernando. I absolutely agree with you 100%. That's exactly my thesis for clinical researchers. And by the way, this is for research sites too. When I moved to Arizona in a few short months, and we eventually opened that clinic, the site, guess what? The PI doesn't have research experience. We're going to be saying yes to everything. Every study that comes our way, we're going to say yes to, as long as I can enroll just one patient in those studies. Why? because we need to get his experience up. We need to get our brand out there. We need to get the community to know who we are, the other clinicians out there to know who we are, because that makes it easier. So saying yes to as many things as you can initially is really what it's all about. And I think we made a quote with that today with Carlos. I think that's what was inspired by that. So Josie Lynn, how's it going? Dan, what's the best way to practice SDR skills? Source data review. I mean, this is a softball. Thank you for throwing me underhanded so I can knock it out of the park. So, with our CRA Academy, this is exactly what our internship is. So, shameless plug, the cracademy.com. Otherwise, like if you're doing it outside of the CRA Academy, which you can, it's the same advice I gave to Roman. Go find research sites in your area and go intern there. And go tell them that you're training to be a CRA and you need to work on your SDR skills, source data review skills. Just go tell them that. If you tell that to 10 sites, you might get one to say yes, that you can intern there. And who knows, they might even want to hire you as a coordinator. Just the fact that you know what SDR is will be impressive to probably half of those sites. Because some of their coordinators don't even know what that means. Why? Because coordinators don't need to worry about what's source data review. Coordinators, they don't do that for the most part. There are some coordinators, some of the smarter sites where they train generalists like we do, and we put all of our employees through the CRC Academy. We do teach them, hey, you got to be cross-trained on the other coordinator studies, and you got to be doing source data review, just like a CRA would do. And we go one step further in the CRA Academy with the actual IMV report that monitors actually fill out. And these are real studies that we have in the CRA Academy too. So that's my short answer to you. The best way to practice is to get the opportunity somehow. Either you pay for it through an academy like mine. Really, there's not others that are as good, in my opinion. This is why I have no problem talking about it all day long, and this is why I have no problem selling the course, because it's definitely ROI is there. If you can't afford that, I understand. You have to intern somewhere. And the variable in that case is you. If you pay for the course, you remove the you as the variable because you're guaranteed the internship if you pass our class. But you can't remove you forever. You, the variable, is the one that's putting in the effort and the work to make sure that you are actually learning and mastering the concepts. Casey and the Sunshine Band, how's it going? Nice to see you. Make sure on Instagram you're putting hearts on the screen. Put the hearts. We need to trick the algorithms. Excited to check out Clubhouse tonight. Yeah, Marjorie from Topaz Clinical Research is hosting it under Guru Nation. Of course I'll be on, but that's her weekly thing. I love being on when I can. I will be able to be on tonight. Rod Raphael also hosts one on Thursdays. This week I won't be able to be on it, I don't think. And then Friday we have our Friday Night Mixer under Guru Nation. With like a bunch of people join that one. I'm a new CRA, still in my first month of training with coordinator background, so I was wondering how can I practice SDR outside of my work before I do my first visit. Any tips? Even better, even easier for you to go intern at a site near you. You tell them that you are already a CRA. You tell them exactly what you told me. Exactly. Hey, Gabby Marinello, I know I love that you're on. I owe you a phone call because it's already April. It's a new month. I owe you a phone call, and I hear you've been busy, and I want to talk. So yeah, even better. Exactly what you told me. I didn't even know you were an actual CRA. So even better, sites would say yes. Matter of fact, you can probably have a side business doing that. I used to pay somebody at one of my sites when I was starting out. He was an independent contract CRA to come in and do SDR on my studies before the monitor came in. I wanted to make sure I had no issues whatsoever. Ketsia says to Roman, I'm reading Dan's book, The Comprehensive Guide to Clinical Research. That's a good start while looking for opportunities. Say yes to all the learning options. Exactly right. 3 SIVs since last week. No wonder we didn't have a time to talk, Gabby. I hear you've been busy. Casey, how's it going? Nice to see you. We got it. Big things coming up soon. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Yeah, so make sure you put the hearts on the Instagram, guys. We need more algorithms. I got 10 more minutes before I jump on the live stream with Darshan. So make sure you go check out Darshan Kulkarni's channel on LinkedIn. What are your thoughts about a CNA, so certified nursing assistant, training to be a CRC? I think it's great. I would ask you where you are training or how you are training, because not all courses are built the same. I'm telling you guys right now, I know I own it. I know I'm biased. It's impossible not to be. But there's a reason why we created our courses. Because I see what's out there, and you got to really start questioning the ROI of some of these trainings. Just my thoughts. I think CNAs can be excellent CRCs. I think just about anybody with the right skill set can be excellent CRCs. I think medical assistants, in my opinion, make excellent CRCs and are very underrated and underutilized. I think if you pair an MA who's hungry and motivated and willing to work and hustle with a bachelor's degree or master's degree or foreign doctor degree coordinator, that the two can work really well together, and that the MA will get very close, if not all the way there, or maybe even exceed the skill set of the more highly educated employee. Because coordinating is not really about education, it's about knowing how to do your job. And hustle outweighs education, in my opinion, any day of the week. What are the best therapeutic fields to be part of right now besides oncology? Yeah, so that's the first one is oncology, and that's always the best field to be in. Opportunity wise, it's also the most difficult. I would say right now central nervous system, and I would say infectious disease. Um, those three. Maybe if I had to pick a fourth, gastroenterology. I think there's a lot going on with the microbiome. Um, and then if you can find this kind of niche, genetic, anything genetic like sequencing or therapy, CRISPR related stuff. If you can take a course on, I mean, I'm thinking, I haven't looked at Coursera, but if I have time, I'm going to look at Coursera. I'm reading 2 books on CRISPR right now. I'm amazed with that, the opportunities there. Let's go through a few more because then I got to get on Darshan's. Carla says, Dan, CRA Academy gets you actual monitoring experience, not something other training courses offer. Exactly. And Joan is asking for the link. I'll put the link in the comments, Joan. The cracademy.com. We're actually starting our new class in next week. Next week. Not is it this Sunday? On April 11th. Yeah. So this Sunday, actually, we're starting the new class. Technically, the new week begins this Sunday. So you can check out the link here. I don't know if LinkedIn shows it, but everything else shows it. And we also have the CRC Academy for people who want to be coordinators or sites that want to train their coordinators. So Carla is going to be on the Clubhouse, right? She's part of Topaz Research, and that's really Marjorie, her mom, is the one who hosts it every Monday, but Carla's on there. And she might as well be the co-host because you're just as involved in that Clubhouse room. Joyce, who's a former student of ours, thank you so much, Joyce, for coming out. I hope all has been well. She says, please register if you can, you won't regret. I agree, guys. I can do testimonials all day long. Like, it's just scheduling issues. And we do enough. We do enough testimonials as it is, and I don't want to bore YouTube with just testimonials all the time like some of these other places do. I want to actually provide real value, like real videos, bite-sized 1 minute, 2 minute videos, 1 hour long interviews, 2 hour long podcasts, 45-minute long live streams. Just mix it up. Mix it up with people and get on Clubhouse and do that. There's a lot going on. Hello, NGLB70. How's it going? So, any more questions on this Monday? Anybody watching the national championship game tonight? As we wait for more questions to come through. So yeah, say yes if you can. How can I register for Clubhouse? You need an iPhone. You need an iPhone or an iOS device, not a computer. It needs to be either iPhone or iPad. Um, so yes, just say yes when you're starting out. Also, just noticed how come a couple of CROs like Icon, Covance, and IQVIA hiring for so many CRAs. What's with the influx? Yeah, what's with the influx is the industry is about to enter its busiest period of all time. This is the busiest it's ever been in clinical research. There's going to be more COVID studies. First of all, COVID's been a drain on the resources. And there's going to be way more COVID studies. There's going to be, now we got CRISPR. We got all these, like an influx of all these new, there's the microbiome research coming out. There's a lot of central nervous system stuff coming out. Oncology, there's a lot going on with CAR-T and with immunotherapy, immuno-oncology. There's a lot going on. Lots of paradigm shifts happening all at once. The industry's always had a high demand for researchers, especially CRAs, and a low supply. And now that's being squeezed up. There's more pressure being put on that, even more than before. What's the difference between the CRA Academy and the CRC Academy? Well, the CRA Academy, you get the internship where it's focused on monitoring. The CRC Academy, and that's a real study with breast cancer. The CRC Academy, there is an internship, but it's more based on what studies we have at our site at that particular time. And then students are invited to come to California for a week, and then the internship becomes remote. So the CRA is a little more structured internship wise. That's why it costs more. It's a real breast cancer study, immunotherapy. CRC has more of a, whatever studies we have going on at that time at the site is what you'll be doing. Can I use your courses? Yes. In Canada, we have students all over the world. Australia, United Kingdom, Canada. Those are like outside of the US, our biggest markets for students as well. So I gotta get on Darshan's live, guys. But Latinos in Clinical Research, how's it going? Thank you so much. I just planning our next. Everybody go to LatinosInClinicalResearch.com. We have job postings and all this kind of stuff. But I really got to get on Darshan's live. It was fun doing this. Let's do it again on Wednesday. I'll probably be with Monica on Wednesday, so we can do it there. Everybody, take care. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment. It really helps me out. And I'll catch y'all later.